Hi, this is Shop Talk. I'm Lexi Schultz, sitting in for Riat and Juat Cotrillo. It's time for our monthly Business World's Entrepreneurs feature, and we'll be talking about the business of motivation. We'll start off with inspirational speaker Pocholo Gonzales. Pocholo is also the founder of Creativoices Productions. Hi, Pocholo.
Hi, Lexi.
I know you just come from a speech, so...
Oh yeah, actually, I'm supposed to be here right now because I have to leave my talk because you just called me up yesterday, I guess.
No, but then I
you know,
guess it's important to know about motivational speaking, because with me, my experience with it is more on TV shows or movies where it's very overemphasized. You know how the speakers are all on the stage and trying to get everyone in gear. Is this what you do?
Oh, actually, it's different, you know. I've seen a lot of motivational speakers and inspirational speakers, but for me, I was also known as the passionate motivator.
Okay.
Most of them, kasi they do it for the business or...
They do it as a business, right?
As a business, yeah.
Right. But with you, you started with voicing as well, right? You did voicing, then you did directing, and then you ended up quitting that and just focusing primarily on something else,
well,
right?
quitting not, because
So you
I'm also
put your
known
own
as,
thing together.
Yes, yes. I am also known as the voice master of the Philippines.
Okay.
I have done a lot of voiceover work.
Okay.
Some of them are commercials, animation, even computer games. Right now, I'm doing a lot of Facebook application computer games, and the trending now is more on localizing. So I'm doing a Filipino Tagalog na computer game for Facebook.
Okay.
And you know, for me, motivational speaking is my passion.
Okay. Yes, you were saying a while ago that you're doing it more to inspire people than as a business. Talk about exactly what you do as a motivational speaker.
Well, I started motivating my fellow young people when I was actually 16 years old.
At 16,
yeah,
you knew you wanted to do this.
I'm still in UP Diliman, and then I entered ABS-CBN as one of the youngest broadcaster of DZMM.
Okay.
I became...
So you have the gift of the gab, for sure. You talk a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, I want to be like you. I want to be a broadcaster. I became actually part of Sarimanok News Network before.
Okay.
I became a stand-upper.
Okay.
And then I decided to focus more on the voice acting side. And then, while I'm in UP, I took up speech communication.
Okay.
So
you graduated with that?
Yeah, speech communication, and I took up masters in broadcast communication. So while I'm studying, sabi ko, why can't I enter the industry if I can do it now? So at early age of 16, 17, I'm already in ABS-CBN.
But you were already doing talks for motivation then?
Yeah.
How did you start doing that? And what kind of crowd, I suppose, did you get into?
Well, I started because I have my own youth organization known as the Voice of the Youth Network.
Okay.
Voice of the Youth Network is about encouraging every Filipino youth to believe in themselves and creating positive social change through media and ICT. So, nagsisimula pa lang internet noon. I'm into the web na. I am one of the first Filipino siguro who has his own email address, website. So, since 1998, meron na akong sariling website. So, I found out na parang pag offline lang, walang dating. So, I need to go offline. Kung online lang kasi, parang
so you needed to
parang
connect with your audience.
Yes, you should connect. Okay. And then, I was invited to host events in UP, mga anime, mga concerts sa UP Fair. Then, nakikita ko nag-respond yung mga tao sa ano. And then, I was invited din sa mga youth programs, youth summit. Because I do voices while I'm speaking.
But when you speak in those summits, what exactly do they commission you to talk about? Is it just to inspire the crowd? Do you host the event?
Basically, I only talk about myself. I don't talk about other people's business.
Okay.
So, it's how I
so
follow my passion.
So, parang comedy act ka ba? Or?
No, it's not at all. I don't make jokes.
Okay.
But people laugh because of my, I can say, extraordinary talent, which is my voice acting skill. Something like, I can show you. Sasabihin ko lang sa kanila, you know what? I'm the voice of this commercial. Like, ba-bibo, ba-bibo. Anong sikreto? And everyone laughs.
So sinatatawanan yung
diba?
mga audience
and
dito.
I'm doing live radio drama. And I make people close their eyes. And then I will make voices like,
Lolo, naku, may monster.
Hey, naku, nga may monster. Manda kayo sa akin. Nako, tutulungan nyo kami. So,
But how do they find you though? And how do they know that you have this natural talent?
uh,
Who are the ones who invite you? Because syempre, when you were younger, in the school, everyone was exposed to
basically,
you
every
and your
time I
talent.
talk in different places, like, I was
So word of
being
mouth na
invited.
yon.
May mga audience dyan na, like, ware, principal, superintendent,
Okay.
businessman. And they will have an idea na, oh, I will invite this guy up. So, nag-multiply na lang siya. You know, for the past 2 weeks, ngayon 2 weeks lang, I did like 8 talks.
And you'd say that it's because of your voice acting, especially that they get you to do these things?
'Cause I have a lot of experience. I've been to more than 20 countries. I've traveled almost...
You've done speeches in
Yeah.
20 countries.
I've been to almost all parts of the Philippines na speaking.
Okay. And so when you say you speak about yourself or you talk about yourself and your life experiences, does it have an end path or end goal to teach them sort of like a lesson
Well,
for going after their dreams?
yeah.
What exactly do you teach them?
Actually, parang ano yan eh. I consider my talk na parang sandwich, parang hamburger. Yung
Bread.
mga bread is me.
Okay.
So yung palaman is my content. So anything na about public speaking, guerrilla marketing, personal branding, youth empowerment, communication.
So you are your own
Pinapasok.
model.
Mhm.
Parang ganon.
So every time na meron namang points dyan, yung parang sineset kong example yung sarili ko.
Give me an example of, well, I've heard the voice acting, but are there certain stories that you always tell about what's happened to you in your life?
Well, basically, yun nga, I talk about yung life ko. Like, I'm a dreamer, you know, I came from the province, walang-wala kami, and then eventually, I entered UP Diliman, tapos dire-diretso na, and then, yun, like yung bago ko makapasok dito, I bested more than 10,000 people dahil ang daming pila dito sa ABS. Mga ganun lang. But people, kapag kasi ang importante, nakaka-relate talaga yung mga audience mo sa'yo.
And apart from, because you said that principals would see you, and so you'd go to a lot of school functions, I'm sure, and talk. I'm sure you also do a lot of business talks, because
Oh, yeah.
for entrepreneurship, it's very important that you be able to sell not only your product, but I suppose yourself?
Yeah, that's also known as personal branding.
Yes, correct.
Actually, right now, I'm part of this Go Negosyo events like Youth Summit. Yan, lagi ako na-invite mag-talk. I'm also the Vice President of Philippine Marketing Association for Chapter. So, nagta-travel talaga ako Cebu, Davao.
You seem to be very,
Cagayan de Oro.
very busy. How do you keep
Mukha lang.
everything in check?
Mukha lang kasi...
Pinagtripan mo ata ako eh.
Actually, ngayon, ang daming invitations eh. Lahat yan na tinatanggap ko. Kasi para sa akin, minsan lang yan eh. At hindi na ikaw ma-invite uli. And aside from that, I have my own business, Creativoices Productions and Creative Visions. We produce AVP. And if you love what you're doing, as if you're not really working eh. So parang I still have more time for other things.
But when you talk about your motivational speaking as sort of your advocacy, so it's not just talking to perhaps the youth who are, who are trying to find themselves and their personal identities. You're talking about a whole spectrum of people. Of course, entrepreneurs. Who else have you spoken with?
Siguro from 2 years old hanggang 80 years old, I can speak.
Talaga.
Kasi like this morning, afternoon na pala, mga 1 o'clock kami nag-start. Merong 6 years old, tapos may 80 years old. So,
Anong klaseng convention?
ang dami. Actually, parang recognition siya ng mga anak ng mga employees. So
Okay.
there are employees,
Okay.
merong mga CEO, like the mga rich people talaga. And then there are kids from grade 1 to college.
Okay.
Just imagine paano ko ano yun?
How do you traverse all the age
Ang hirap
ranges, diba?
kung hindi ka sanay. So, I need to start with the kids. So
nagvo-voice ka.
I started like a kuya. Magandang araw mga bata. Ako nga pala si Kuya Choy. Ano nga bang pangalan ko? Kuya Choy, tama. Uy, alam niyo ba si Kuya Choy? May kwento sa inyo. Tsaka sa mga magulang dyan, oy, makinig din kayo. So, kailangan mo i-address lahat yan. Siyempre, so parang kina-connect mo na yung sarili mo sa kanila.
Do you see yourself doing this for many, many years to come?
Maybe until I die, mag-speak talaga ako eh. Madaldal kasi ako ng bata eh. So
Madaldal ka pa rin?
Doon ko dinala yung sarili ko. Alam mo yun? Parang, kasi too many negative things are happening in this country. So, di ba, konti lang yung motivation, inspirational.
Yes, of course.
And the media,
trying to focus on the positive.
yeah, and the media is always focusing on the negative things. So there's a lot of things that we can be proud of as a Filipino. You know what, this coming June, I'll be in the US. And I'll be the first and only Filipino who will represent Asia to the International Voice-Over Convention. Just
Magaling ka
imagine.
mag-voice over.
Depende. Kung
Try
anong
nga
klase.
natin. Kaya mo mag-teleprompt?
More on Filipino yung ginagawa natin.
Oh, sige. Can you just read me that line in a different voice?
Saan? Well,
Yeah, yan. 1, 2,
Okay.
3, go.
We'll give you some practical tips on how to wow the crowd after this break. So keep it here. Shop Talk. We'll be right back.
All right. Thank you so much.